Look at this guy, man. You guys so you're like a star now. The Rams win the Super Bowl.
Look at this side.
And of course, here he comes. Listen, is he smoking a cigar? He's really gonna. What? Oh my God! Yes, Rudy.
Rumble! Finally! The Rumillia Sports Report returns to the Rumble Show. Rumble!
Roll down the window.
Yes, Rudy.
Put down the top. Crank up the Beach Boys, baby. Don't let the music stop. We gon' ride it till we just can't ride it no more. From the side face to the valley, from the west side. Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
What is up, my Rumillia fans of the Los Angeles Rams? Hope everyone's having a great Friday. Thank you for being patient. I'm sorry, it's been a long week. I lost my device, my phone. Had some issues. Still trying to tweet here and there, but when I'm at work, I can't do anything without my phone. So anyway, we're here on Friday. There's a lot of news, and we're going to get right to it. Thank you for joining me. So we have Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks, aka the team that's ready for us to beat them. We gotta take them down. We gotta make Geno beat Geno. We get Ernest Jones back. We get Matthew Stafford back. Puka Nacua is healthier. We're gonna get to the injury report in a little while. Matter of fact, we'll wait till tomorrow to get the final injury report. But I think Kobe Durant's gonna play. If he doesn't, then Travarius Tomlinson will finally get more reps. Duke Shelley, Witherspoon. It's just time to start winning some games. The other thing I wanted to talk about too is injuries. We can sit here and feel sorry for ourselves, 3-6. And, look at the Bengals. They just lost Joe Burrow. Look at the Ravens. They just lost their all-star tight end, their Pro Bowl tight end. Things happen. And, if the season ended today, the Bills and the Bengals would probably not be in the playoffs, just to give an idea. And we're like retooling. We're nowhere near the team that we're going to be. And so that's why we are still excited. If we lose to the Seahawks, we still have a chance to make the postseason, but then you have to really ask yourself, you always want to win the games. Don't get me wrong, but you have to ask yourself, do we just put Wentz in there? Put everybody out there? Let Donald and Stafford take a breather and we go all in for next season, so we stay in the top 5 in the draft picks. If we lose the next game or the game after, because like I said, we still have two more losses that we can do and finish at 9-8. Because I really want us to get into the postseason and then use that as a springboard to go on from there. We'll be looked at differently. We're a playoff team now with these young guys. We put it in everyone's face that we weren't supposed to do nothing, that we don't have anybody. And Puka Nacua was there, Byron Young, Kobe Turner, guys like that. Kyren Williams is doing his thing. Quentin Lake's been playing really good. A lot of young cats on this team, and but also too, we need a left tackle. So we'll see what happens. You always want to win. We never try to not win, but we really blew the damn game against the Bengals. Things would be a lot different if we would have took that game in against the Steelers And if we would have won that Bengals game, our record would be totally different, and we'd be right in the hunt for the division still. So, but that's okay. We'll get back to that. But Matthew Stafford, you're wondering, how's Matthew Stafford? How is his thumb doing? Well, let's take a look at him. How does he look to you? And there's Jim Everett right there next to him. You know, Jim Everett, no, it's Carson Wentz, but you know, Jimmy Everett, my old school shirt. Jimmy Everett, one of my favorite all-time quarterbacks of all time. The man, the myth, General Blade. That's a badass shirt. A lot of you guys probably haven't seen this before. I think I could still squeeze into it. But that's a badass shirt, dude. This man here, you know, we would have Flipper Anderson, Henry Ellard, Greg Bell. We'd go in the Candlestick, and Jim Everett would look at Joe Montana and say, You're getting the loss today, son. You're getting the loss today. Candlestick is my house. And Jim Everett would leave that Candlestick Park with the win. He would, unless there was injuries on the offensive line, like in the championship game, unfortunately. The man was not to be played with. Ask LT and the Giants. Ask Reggie White and the Philadelphia Eagles and Buddy Ryan as their defensive coordinator. God bless them. So let's get right into it. The chat. Thank you guys for coming in. Miguel says, right before Thanksgiving, let's roast some sea chickens and redbirds. Go Rams by millions. Yes, indeed. And on that note, let me change my background. There's going to be feathers flying everywhere. Hey, where's it at? Where are you guys at? What happened? Hold on. Let me change my background right quick. Boom shakalaka. There we go. It's gonna be sea chicken for Thanksgiving. Yes, indeed. Easy. Big Rudy, what's good, my brother? Ramelia, this one on Sunday is ours for the taking. Yes, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Now we got to get this win. Now, like I said, I want to make the playoffs. To hell with the first 5 pick. You know, we want to get a draft pick to get that left tackle. Or maybe trade back and get a good tackle, a good left tackle, and then maybe a backup quarterback or a game-breaking running back, even though we haven't seen Zach Evans. But who knows but you know, I want to make the playoffs, damn it. We were on our way. Remember, I was telling you, look, it's going to be a journey, but the NFC is weak. Remember, I told you, and guess what? The NFC is weak. We just didn't do our part. We didn't take that damn game against the Bengals. We didn't take that damn game against the Steelers. We did get a game that people weren't. I was telling you, we got to get some surprise wins, and the first surprise win was the game 1. We didn't realize that was the only one so far. But I would have loved to have gotten the Eagles or the Niner game too. But yes, indeed. Tribe says, "Bang bang, 30 years, gang." Yeah, there was something where somebody got married, and was it Brock Purdy got engaged or something? I don't remember. It was a while ago. I go, gals like to go with the Niner fan because they're not expecting any rings. At least this version of the Niners. He says, can't underestimate the Sea Chickens, especially their underrated defense, but definitely, again, we can win, horns up. Yes, indeed. So that's a great comment. So the Rams, for whatever reason, the pecking order is this. The Niners beat the Rams in the regular season in recent times, except for the championship game. I'll take that all the time. The Rams beat up on everybody else. The Rams always usually beat Arizona, and they just as much almost beat the Seahawks, although in recent times, the 5-12 season, they got us. But we had that last game. The referees gave them that run into the kicker call. But so that's just the way that is. You know, the Niners beat the Rams in the regular season, and then the Rams beat the Rams beat the Seahawks, and they beat the Cardinals. And And then the Cardinals rise up with Colt McCoy and beat the Niners. Well, it's weird how that works. One Kelly Ramses, what's up, me Ramilia? What's up? Appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you guys on this weird Friday night. Thank you for coming in. Let's get into some videos right quick. So here's Matthew Stafford talking about being back on the field again. Yes, indeed, and he is going to play.
Good to be out there. I haven't been out there obviously in a couple weeks, so it was kind of nice to just get back out there and get my feet wet again, literally and figuratively. So it was good to be back out there.
So he's back. He's ready to go. His thumb's feeling good. And he's, the hip pointer, he got some rest. He's more healthy than he was going into the bye for sure before he even hurt his thumb. So remember how refreshed the Cowboys looked against us? Well, this is going to be us coming against the Seahawks now. We're going to be refreshed. Unfortunately, we're not going to have Kyrene Williams, but Rolls Royce Freeman and Henderson got it, and we should be okay. We should be okay in the running game. Hopefully they got some schemes where we can get Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp off at the same time. And then don't forget about Tutu Atwell, getting him loose. I put on here, I haven't checked it today because, like I said, my device has been gone, and I have it now. So they're taking a long time to reset it back up. So Jimbo, if that's you, I didn't get a chance to tell you because my device. So Tyler Hunter, the tight end that we got in the Jalen Ramsey deal, from what I remember, was going to be activated this week, so he's going to be available. It looks like Bryson Hopkins is going to be the guy out. We still have Davis Allen, but he hasn't really got a chance to get in there. So we got a lot of things to see as we go on. SoCal fan, what's up? What's up, Rudy? Going to the game on Sunday by myself. Oh, man, love it. Love it, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you for coming in, man. Good time, man. We're going to have a good time. We're going to get the dub. We're going to tell them bye. Bye. You're going to have a good time, man. It's going to be awesome. Kubro. Hi, Ramilia. What's up, guys? How you doing, man? Appreciate you, Kubro. Appreciate you. He says, those 4 youngsters on that screen of yours, Rudy, are going to whoop division ass for the long, long time. Yeah, man. You know what? Listen, that's a great comment because we were saying, can we do something in the draft, and we did. We there's some guys that's still not uncovered yet. Travarius Tomlinson, we'll see what happens with him. Zach Evans, hopefully he'll be something. He didn't get a chance to really show what he can do. And our big leg punter has been doing good. He's fallen off a little bit, but he's got a big leg. And our kicker, we had to get rid of him. We had to get rid of our regular kicker, but we have some diamonds in the rough for sure. Puka Nacua is that guy, and he's nursing a knee thing, so hopefully he'll be fine with the rest and everything, getting treatment. But yes, indeed, man, Agent Zero, Kobe Turner, and Steve Avila, man, I'm really excited, man, really excited. Yes, indeed. One Kelly Ramses coach says we are the most healthy all season. Time to prove everyone wrong. F them. Picks playoff run starts Sunday. Horns up. Yes, indeed. And, like I said, if we could have got that damn Bengals game and the Steelers game, our record would be a lot different. We'd be right in the mix still for the division because we still played Seattle one more time. We still play the Niners at the end of the year, and they're going to have some trials and tribulations too. They'll look good again. Like I said, they're a Super Bowl. They're in their Super Bowl window right now. Brock Purdy, the game manager's got some moxie. He moves around, he scrambles. But when a team is as formidable as the Niners and punches them in the mouth, and they make them do stuff that they don't like, and maybe they're banged up and some guys aren't there, then that's when Brock Purdy looks like Brock Dirty. I call him Brock Dirty. He has to show that he can come back at the end of the games. He has to show that he can throw deep passes under duress. Not against a Jags team that's overwhelmed, not against a Jags team that has a young rookie quarterback that looked horrible because he's facing a good defense. Yeah, he's going to feel comfortable and win those games. The Niners are going to look like we're back. No, you paid another horrible team. They have a better record, like the Steelers. The Steelers aren't that a good team, but they have a good record. You know, that old adage, you are what your record is. Yes, technically, but really not, because this Ram team is better than their record for sure, especially on offense. But we weren't able to put those games away. The Steelers are the opposite. The Steelers aren't that good, but they have a better record because Mike Tomlin and the crew were able to get a game against us. You know, thank you, refs, for giving them that horrible spot. But that's only one thing. You know, we shouldn't even been our kicker missed 2 kicks and an extra point. But sometimes the record doesn't tell the whole thing. And but we, like I said, the NFC is weak this year, and a lot of teams are retooling. The Giants are horrible. We can beat them. The Commanders are horrible except on defense. We'll see what happens, man. You know, I'm still stoked. I would like for us to. There's something to be said about being a top 5 pick, but I want us to make the playoffs and then go from there. Easy says, looking pretty average. Modern Warfare Murray is back under center, and Geno ain't him though. Yes, indeed. You know, Brock Purdy. You know, listen, he's a 7th round pick. If Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch really thought he was good, they would have picked him sooner. They use their laughing. Get that Purdy kid. They were probably laughing about it. Who knows? But hey, listen, you know, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. The guy they wasted those 3 draft picks on, Trey Lance, they sent him packing because they didn't want no QB controversies. And so Sam Darnold is nice and safe, but they wouldn't even. The Brock Purdy was in concussion protocol, and Kyle Shanahan went, "Hey kid, you're going to sit down." Darnold, get out there. No, they let him play, and they still lost. But that's them. You know, that is what that is. Danny Berry says, "Happy Friday." Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. SoCal Fences, we are back in it if we win these next 2 games, and they're very winnable games. We got to get the Seattle game though, because they're a good team. Don't get me wrong. Geno can Geno still, but we match up good with them, just like the Niners match up good with us. You know, we have a hard time with them even when we're really good. Same thing with them. So let's get into with us. Same thing with them for us. So let's remember, I was telling you guys how the Rams are reacclimating themselves to the Los Angeles and Southern California community, you know, giving to schools, elementary schools, high schools, giving time. They're doing things like the food pantries, you know, for the homeless, things like that. Minority businesses, Black-owned businesses, giving them props in the community. And here's just another example of that. Girls flag football. Here's just another example of that. Here we go. Check this out. Elementary school. I think my label's too long. That's an elementary school. Let me get this thing here. That's an elementary school, and they're making, I believe they're making decorations for Christmas time. Here we go.
Go Rams.
We're Rams.
And say go Rams!
Whose house? Whose house? Whose house? Perfect.
Can you sign?
Whose house? One more. 1, 2, 3. Whose house? All right, looking right here.
There it is. So they're making cards, Christmas cards, and the young Rams are out there too. And that's how you get yourself acclimated to the community, right? And then also too, we're talking about flag football. The girls flag football, the girls flag football jamboree. The Rams sponsored that as well. Check this out.
Every Wednesday play us. I think we can
We're at Loyola Marymount University for our inaugural Girls Flag Football Jamboree presented by Bridgestone. Bridgestone is our presenting partner, and one of their taglines is what really matters. So they're listening to a panel of amazing women from our organization, as well as from Bridgestone, about the pathways that are available to them off of the field.
For Bridgestone, it's super important for us to be able to provide these girls the opportunity to come play. They're taking away so much more off the field.
Sound the alarm. We about to go on. You getting it wrong. Time to go off. Can't hold us back. Truth hurts. You always that. My truth lurks. Say y'all collapse. Now scoop first. Where your homies at? Come my team with me right now. My team's on me right now. But what you mean y'all out? It's time to.
That's just cool, girls USA Football League, and that's just really neat how they do that. And some of us have granddaughters and daughters and nieces, and they love sports too. And again, the Rams are acclimating themselves to the Southern California community, Los Angeles community. It takes a village to make a fan base. So there you go. Hey, you guys going to that Rams thing? Oh, that's cool. The Cooper. I want to wear my Cooper Cup jersey. That's how it starts. So I just wanted to show you that, and then also to remember, we're talking about injuries. Matthew Stafford went down. We had the Rippon experiment. I don't know why he was there. And look at this guy, this warrior here, with Big Wit right before the game, and this is before we knew what was going to happen to him. Joe Burrow, there's Big Wit and Joe Burrow right before the game, and unfortunately, injuries suck, man. And here he is. Here he can't even hold the ball anymore. So he's out for the season. At the time, they were saying it was a sprained wrist, and that's what I'm saying. Imagine if you're a Bengals fan, that really sucks for them, and it sucks too because now they're not going to be in the way if the Niners get to the Super Bowl. But, the Ravens look pretty good, and you'll still have Mahomes. So here we go.
Of course, the crowd sees the replay. Meanwhile, there's a lot. Whoa! Here's Burrow shaking his head after trying to throw on the sideline. You can tell there's a problem. Big one.
Man, injuries suck, and that's not funny. He's one of the great players in the NFL. He picked apart the Niners, 18 straight passes. And that's unfortunate for that fan base. They deserve better, and he deserves better. He had just come back from his injuries earlier in the year, and that sucks, man. That really sucks. So God bless you, man. I hope you get back, and that just really sucks. And let me get back to my guy's comment. Eric Wallace says, "Hey, Ramilia, I'm pulling for my Hawks, but I'm your good people." Yeah, you're fine, man. We got to go back and forth with you. If you guys beat us, that's just the way it is. That's football. You can't win them all, but we match it really good with you. I'm hoping for a non-injury play a game. Good luck to your team, except for when we play us. But thank you, Eric. You're a cool dude. Jacques 42 says, "Yo, Rudy, the road to 500 starts Sunday." That sucks even talking about that. Being at 500. We should already be at 500 at the very least. We gave away some damn games, and the referees helped us too, but it is what it is. That's our journey. Like I said, there's a lot of look, Dak Prescott, they were talking about replacing him. He comes out of the bye and we woke him up. He looked like John Elway in his prime. And now he's took it off. I don't know what happened, And then it's come full circle with us. We got Carson Wentz circa 2016. We were saying, are we going to get Goff? Or are we going to get Carson Wentz? I like Carson Wentz. He's a big dude, strong arm, reminds me of Big Ben. No, but Jared Goff, he's a baller, kind of like Jay Cutler. We ended up getting Jared Goff, and we went to Super Bowl after we dispatched Jeff Fisher and got our guy McVay. But so he's with the Ram. He was meant to be a Ram, I guess. We'll see what happens to him being a QB2. Easy says, hopefully Durant plays. I prefer him and Witherspoon on Lockett and Metcalf, because if our guy DK is locked up with if our guy Darian Kendrick is locked up, the DK, I can see a high penalty game. The referees love to side with DK. Yep, exactly right. There was something about I saw something mentioned I have Wi-Fi, but I don't have my data. They haven't turned my data on yet. Sorry about that, Jimbo. I didn't get a chance to text you that I'm on. There was something that I thought I saw with Kobe Durant, but I was at work today and the Wi-Fi sucks there. That's okay. We'll just go over that tomorrow. All the full injury reports, but for sure, Matthew Stafford's playing. Ernest Jones is playing. Easy says, hopefully Durant. Yeah, we got that one already. Let's see. Eric Wallace says, easy as a Seahawks fan, I could DK Bean on an ass. I could agree DK Bean an ass a few times. He's just a young player, very passionate. He lets the game get away from him. It's very surprising though with the Pete Carroll coach team because he doesn't stand for that. But these young cats, they're very passionate. But he is a beast though. Tri says, Rudy, Rams are getting that new practice facility in Woodland Hills. Yes, indeed. Right on cue, baby. Let's see here. We're talking about the Woodland Hills. The Rams are one of the richest franchises. Most, according to Forbes, one of the most valuable franchises in the NFL. Number 1 is the Cowboys. Number 2 is the Patriots. Guess who's number 3 in the top 3? Your Los Angeles Rams. And that's why we would go back and forth with Rombo and the Niners, those 5 Super Bowls. And how come you're not worth more than us? You're in small market Santa Clara. But yes, the Rams are the 3rd most valuable franchise. And one of the reasons is because of our stadium, because of our owner, and because we can do stuff like this when it comes to the training facility in Woodland Hills. And here's our guy, CEO Kevin Demoff, talking about it.
So what else is going to be development here? Like, what are the development plans when you talk about, are we creating another Hollywood Park in Woodland Hills?
We are creating another Hollywood Park in Woodland Hills. So, our first, it's almost 2 years ago now. Maybe it's a year and a half. I've lost track. 2 years ago, we bought what was the former Promenade Mall, basically at the corner of Topanga and Oxnard. That was 34 acres. The mall had kind of closed a few years ago. It was entitled for $3.5 million of office space, retail, residential. So we're going to start that project pretty soon and start building some residential there. Then we bought the.
Thank you, CEO Kevin Demoff. But let me tell you. So basically, Stan Kroenke bought the whole Woodland Hills property, a mall, right? There's a huge training facility the Rams are going to move into. And all around there's going to be shops and entertainment stuff. And when it's done, the Rams are going to be even more valuable. But also, that's our footprint. The Rams already have the NFL Network coming out of SoFi Stadium across the street. They're the West Coast NFL Network headquarters. The Rams are big players, man. When I go back and forth with the Niners and Rombo, that's a Niner consecrator. He likes to harken back to the 5 Super Bowls, the Eddie DeBartolo Jr. I go, look, that's over. You have Jed York and the guys. We have arguably one of the best and most successful owners in the NFL now. We have our Eddie DeBartolo Jr. He not only wins Super Bowls, Super Bowl with us, he wins NBA championships, and he wins hockey, and he wins, everything else. Not everything else, but you know what I'm talking about. Multiple sports. And so the whole Woodland Hills property mall he bought. We're going to have a trading facility there. It's going to be the mini high-rise buildings. It's going to be the headquarters for all the offices and stuff, entertainment complexes. It's going to be amazing. And that's our team. That's our team. And so you say as a fan, well, it's just something to be proud of, something to hang your hat on. That do you see the Spanoses in the Chargers doing that? No, they're sleeping on our couch. So I'm just telling you, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning of what we're building in Los Angeles. And it's just great to be a fan of this team and franchise. SoCal fan says, feel bad for Burrow. Me too, man. Me too. Eric Wallace says, amen. Ramelia, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Let's see. Eric says Pete told him to lay off a bit, and he's not going to change Sally. Well, he's young. With maturity, now you guys got Bobby Wagner back, aka Bobby Swagner, Bobby Swags. Leadership like that comes a long way, but it's just maturation process. He'll be okay, man. SoCal fan says super cool to have the new practice facility in the Valley. Yes, indeed, man. I didn't get a chance to show a picture of it, but I'll be posting that tomorrow. I'll put that so you guys can see it. Otherwise, you go on the Rams website, you can see it there. Let's see. And here's our guys during the bye. Rainy days.
Beautiful day in sunny Southern California.
Feel like the longest yard. You know. Yeah. Me and Rain don't get along.
Blame it on the rain. Also, too, Cooper Kupp, he's kind of a geek. Him and Matthew Stafford, they have the breakfast club in the mornings. They go over film, they go over stuff like that. And I say geek when meaning sports geek. Looking at film, getting better, things like that, stuff that we love. Puka Nacua joins them. And here's our guy, Cooper Kupp, talking football. He's a football scientist. Amazing guy.
Well, when the ball snapped, you're doing advanced calculus, throwing these things, pulling all together. At the end of the day, you're really just seeing patterns. It's patterns. That's what football is. There's only been, there's a finite amount of patterns that you see when you talk about, coach talks about coverage contours. It's just patterns to me. And when you see the patterns enough, you start to just kind of know where the space is when you see the patterns. And so for me, it's, when you're running choice routes and things like that, it's identifying who you're running it against and then being able to adapt to zone and seeing the patterns and where the space is going to be.
And so these two guys here, Nine and Dime, Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp. So basically what he's telling you is we already know already. They look at the defense, they look at the film. When they see a certain defense at the line, Matthew Stafford changes the play. He goes in the slot, comes out of the slot. Guys come out like that. As Puka Nacua gets better, acclimated to the offense, they'll be able to interchange stuff more, things like that. Tutu was not kind of that kind of guy with route running and stuff, but he will get better. But the guy, he can just look at stuff and then look at Stafford and give him that winkler. We talked about what we're going to do when we see this look and stuff like that's why we were able to get that stuff in the Super Bowl, the two-man gang in the NFC Championship game, that drive against the Niners, and then that wonderful no-look pass catch and the end zone pass. He actually caught 2 touchdowns at the end of the game. They called one back when he got crushed, if you remember. But I love my guy Cooper Kupp. And we'll get back into the chat right now, but let's get into the first episode of Nine and Dime with questions from the Lincoln Watts Rams.
Yes, we are going to answer questions from the Watts and Lincoln Rams.
And Matthew, I have a question for you. What high school team did you play for?
That was an unbelievable question, one that I can remember. And I played for Highland Park High School. I'm from Dallas, Texas. And I did that a long, long time ago. But if you want to, someday you're going to have the dream to play high school football. I hope it happens for you. It's a great time. Playing high school football is the best that it gets. Name someone famous from. Thank you. I don't know if anybody knows this, but Clayton Kershaw actually went to Highland Park High School. Can you guys believe that?
Way.
I know. Little known fact.
I don't know if I can be on the show anymore.
Breaking news.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Matthew.
Well, I wish that was a question on do you know me or do you not, because you obviously didn't.
Be friends.
We are friends.
And Dime. And so him and Clayton Kershaw are the best of friends. A fellow world champion, Clayton Kershaw. And so, yeah, it's just cool that, the rapport that Stafford and you can tell they like each other, and that really helps and everything. You can play better when you like the guy that you're playing next to. And then let's get to the last question for the Nine and Dime for today, and then we'll get into more chats. Nine and Dime again, the Watts Lincoln Rams.
Yes, we are going to answer questions from the Watts and Lincoln Rams.
Hi, Cooper. My name is Jason. Was it hard to make it to the NFL?
Jason, that's a great question, man. Yes, it was very hard. It was very difficult.
Jason, I don't know if you've ever seen the shirt that was printed out with Cooper as a high schooler on it. Scrawny little kid with blonde hair. There was a lot of hard work that went into that. So the answer is yes, it was hard for him because...
And that was my
that's
senior year.
That shirt's hilarious.
That was, yeah.
A lot of hard work between that T-shirt time and now.
Yes. And before.
That's good
That shows
motivation
you
for
how
it.
far back I was. I was way behind.
Love to get that. Maybe that image put right there right now. That'd be great.
That shirt is hilarious. So that shirt, somebody made that shirt with Cooper Kupp looks like the total geek. God bless him. You know, he's got that beard. It looks tougher now, more rugged. Plus he was younger. And they had those made on a shirt, and in the Super Bowl parade, they threw them up to him, and their guys were putting them on. Somebody made them in the crowd, and they threw them up to him, and the guys were putting them on with Cooper Kupp's face on it. So yeah, that's the 9 and Dime segments with Cooper Kupp and Matthew Stafford. Love it, love it, love it. Fernando face Fuchsia tongue out. When Kelly Ram says Eddie D bought those rings, we earned it. 7, yes indeed. 7 with the salary cap, yes indeed. We won our rings. Well, it was, you know, Eddie DeBartolo Jr. got to tip your cap to him because he did what he needed to do to win, right? He win at any means necessary, but also it was the total lightning in a bottle. I mean, you got Bill Walsh, Joe Montana, Rodney Lott, you know, Jerry Rice, you know, and it all turned out, you know, like us, we got Kurt Warner was given from the heavens, and we had the greatest show on turf. And then unfortunately, Dick Vermeil left, and Mike Martz was the head coach, and he screwed everything up. I appreciate him for being a great offensive mind, kind of like Kyle Shanahan, but we left rings on the table with St. Louis Rams, a great show on turf. Dick Vermeil would have stayed. He would have told Martz to relax at certain times, and we would have won that Super Bowl against the Patriots. But that is what that is. But yes, the Rams 2 rings came after the 93 full free agency salary cap, which things changed. You could no longer keep deep rosters. Guys would start making money and leave. And so that, and the Niners were one of the teams that had a hard time adjusting to that. The Carmen policy, and Eddie DeBartolo Jr., Eddie DeBartolo Jr. Was fined. Dwight Clark, the great player, was also an executive, was fined. They lost draft picks for cheating the cap, violations with the cap, and they still couldn't win a Super Bowl since then. Fernando says, what's up, Rudy? What's up, my brother? Appreciate you so much. LA Ram says, what's happening, everyone? Yes, indeed. Yes, hit the like, guys, and come back. Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys. My guy Joe, what's up, brother? Appreciate you, man. Yes, indeed. Ram Chingon, he says. Jock 42 says that Cooper Kupp t-shirt is legendary now. Yes, man. Thank you for the update, LA Rams. Lakers 103, Trailblazers 88. So that means to me that AD showed up today. AD must have showed up today then. Okay, let's see. What other video do I got? Let's see. Let's get hyped up for this Seattle Seahawks game. Rams versus Seahawks, the game trailer.
I told the DBs this walking off the field, man. Whatever the outside world thought this was going to look like, they don't got a fucking clue.
Come on, man. I got a bunch of dogs around me, bro.
I want you to think about all the hard work you put in to get to this point. Let's get it.
To defy expectations, it begins with a Sunday afternoon showdown against NFC West rival Seattle. Checks it down right. Walker destroyed at the 20.
Unblockable. You can't touch it at all.
Barreling in, it's Kyren Williams.
Remember, we are a small piece of a big puzzle.
Tutu at the 20, Tutu at the 10. He's done it again. Touchdown, Kyren Williams. Now it's Aaron's turn. And it's Kyren. 30-13 is the final. Welcome back to SoFi Stadium.
It's week 11 in the National Football League. The 2023 Los Angeles Rams, the Seahawks. Can they run it back? Find out.
Here we go, baby. We got to get this win at SoFi Stadium. Matthew Stafford's healthy. Puka Nacua is going to be healthier. Cooper Kupp got more rest. We don't have any excuses. We should. The Seahawks are a good team. They're a good team, well coached. So are we. It's time for us to come out like we did in the first game and look at what worked and do it and finish the game. I don't want no good for first half or sluggish first half and then don't come, I want 2 great quarters and then we come out healthy and then win the next few games going into the tougher games. But the hardest part of our schedule is already over and every game is tough. So we should be able to be okay. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be on a live tomorrow as well. Tomorrow night, wouldn't sleep before game time. So you guys look for that as well. Look for the alert. I appreciate you guys so much for coming in. All you guys that watched the replay. It's a weird day today to come in because I wasn't available. A lot of instances came up this week. And so I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Love each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys for all the support. We'll see you guys tomorrow. One sleep until game day, and we'll have the injury report, the full injury report tomorrow, and we'll talk about more things, including Matthew Stafford, how he looks. We'll have more clips. Appreciate you guys, everyone. As we always say, may the Ramili be with you. And Ramulators, mount up. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. See you tomorrow.